What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the video. Today we got a full chest and back session, which these chest and back workouts have been posting and been popping off for some reason. So I guess you guys are very interested in chest and back, which is super cool because I freaking love chest and back days. Real quick to update on my split. Essentially for the last 2 years, what I've been doing is running either a full Arnold split, so legs, chest, back, shoulders, arms, legs, chest, back, shoulders, arms, rest, or I've been doing a Arnold split with a push-pull leg split in there. So either legs, push-pull, legs, chest, back, shoulders, arms. And now what I'm doing is essentially that, just reverse. Now I'm doing Arnold split, so legs, chest, back, shoulders, arms, and then this back half of the week, legs, push, pull. So that split I've been running for like the last 2 years, some sort of variation of a push, pull legs and an Arnold split combined, or an Arnold split on its own, or a push, pull leg split on its own. But my favorite, I love them all actually. It's whatever phase I'm in. And sometimes the Arnold, full Arnold's my favorite. Sometimes push pull leg's my favorite. But I do love the variety of doing both the Arnold split and the push pull leg. So because we're doing the Arnold push pull leg split, 6-day split, today is day 2 and it's chest and back day. And it'll be a fun one. So this will be more of a strength focused session, as we'll see with the rep schemes, especially for our first 2 exercises. We have 6 movements today, 3 chest, 3 back. The structure of it's gonna be a chest back, chest back, chest back, alternating between the 2. I'm not going to superset anything, but you could actually do this workout and superset all the exercises together if you wanted to, if you want to save time. I used to do it that way a couple years ago. Now I just do one movement at a time. But anyways, real quick, what we got sipping on from the goats, of course, raw. We actually got this new flavor. This comes out July 25th. It is called Lion's Blood, and it is delicious. It's strawberry with coconut. It's very nostalgic because actually the first pre-workout I took years ago, I don't forget where it's from, some knockoff brand that's not Tyrrell's caliber, but they had a flavor like this, and I had this for the first time yesterday, and I sipped on it, and it just brought back memories. So if you like coconut, if you like strawberry, bang right here. So I got 2 scoops, 260 milligrams caffeine, and then for my intro workout, what I'm sipping on, I got half of a replenish stick, so this is electrolytes, so half of this is 500 milligrams sodium, and then I mix that with the EA Plus, the watermelon, or the watermelon grape flavor. Delicious combo. So actually the replenish and the EAs right now this week, you can save up until Friday, 20% on all endurance products and all recovery products. That includes EA Plus, EAs, the replenish, that includes the fuel, that includes creatine, that includes sleep, all the stuff I use on a daily basis. Highly recommend checking that out. Use code DILLONSAVE. And then real quick, if you're wondering, damn, that shirt is extra tight today, you'd be right, because I got the schmedium on today. I'm gonna be honest, this is the Geo Seamless Fit from Gymshark. Usually I get a large, but I was like, I wonder how tight a medium would be, and so I'm rolling with the medium today. And it fits just snug. Gymshark, you can obviously save D-Shan 10 with Gymshark, plugging everything today. But anyways, let's get into this chest and back day. I'm excited to just absolutely blow up my chest with blood, my back with blood. I'll explain this session throughout. Again, more of a strength size focused session. Early in the week, I like doing more of my strength work. Main compounds can be my bench press and my chin up, neutral grip chin up. It's gonna be a fun session. We got wave loading. We got some fun movements to do. Let's get rolling. All right, so just warmed up. I did my usual warm up if you've been following. That is external rotations, 10 each side, 10 prone W presses, 15 band pull aparts, 2 times through. Working up in weight, so I got wave loading today. I'm gonna quickly explain it, but I'm also gonna insert this like essentially carousel story from Christian Thibodeau, who I've gotten it from, who explains it much better than me. But essentially what wave loading is gonna be 6 total sets. A wave is 3 sets of descending reps, ascending weight. So I'm gonna go 8, 6, 4. So I'm going down in reps, and with each set I'm gonna go up in weight. So I'm gonna start with 75%, 80%, 85%. So for example, I'm gonna go 280 for 8, I'm gonna go 295 for 6, 315 for 4. That's wave 1. Wave 2 is you go back and you repeat 8, 6, 4 again, but now your goal is to try to do it at a heavier weight. So my goal is to add 5 to 10 pounds from the previous set. So if I did 280 for 8, now I wanna hit 285, 290 for 8. If I did 295 for 6, I wanna hit 300, 305, and so on. So wave loading is a great way to build strength and size. 864 is a little on the higher end for wave loading, because what wave loading, essentially what it is a wave. That first wave is supposed to potentiate you, which potentiate means is just get your body more primed to lift heavier weights for that second wave. Now 864 is a little heavier because it's a lot more reps, so you can accumulate a little more fatigue, so your jumps aren't gonna be as big. You might be using the same weight or only 5 to 10 pounds more, but when you start working through these, and he has a ton of different examples, like if you go like 5-3-1 waves, that's when you start you know, making these bigger jumps, you really potentiate. So the money sets for these are actually sets 4 and 5. So set 3, where you're doing that 4, should potentiate you for that second set of 8 and 6. So hopefully that all makes sense if you're familiar with wave loading. If not, hopefully the clips I just showed make sense too, and I'll link that down so you can read more on that. But if you're ever interested in interesting weight or loading schemes, just type in Christian Thibodeau 22 proven rep schemes, and he explains all of like these super cool rep schemes he uses for strength and size, hypertrophy, strength, best of both worlds, power, whatever it is. So warmed up, I got 280 on the bar, which is 75%. That's what I'm gonna start with. Go 8 here, and yeah, I probably won't record all the sets, but essentially I'm gonna go 6 total sets, 864, 864, going down in reps, up in weight. I'll record the first set here, and then I'll probably record the last 3 sets as I'm in the heavier weights. But one thing I don't want to do is go too heavy out the gate, so I'm actually being a little more conservative than I typically would, because I want to do the same rep scheme for the next 2 weeks. So usually with bench, especially when I do over like 5 reps, I get so pumped up and the fatigue accumulates so quick. I did these yesterday for squat, and I was smart and I was a little more conservative in my first wave, and I felt fucking great. So we'll try to bring the same energy today. Let's get rolling. All right, first 3 sets done. I actually played smart. I went a little conservative, so I did 280 for 8, 295 for 6, 315 for 4. I felt really good. So the goal now, obviously, as you come back to those waves, so I'm going back to 864 again. I'm gonna go 10 pounds heavier for this, so now I'm going 290. Gonna see how this feels. Hopefully try to hit 10 pounds heavier for each set. But I'm also gonna be doing this for 2 weeks, so I wanna do this next week, and I wanna make sure I progress next week as well. So I don't wanna bury myself in the last 2 sets where I can't progress. So 5 to 10 pounds, as long as I'm going up a little bit, I'll be pretty happy with that. But the money sets are kind of like right here, set 4 and 5, so 290 for 8, let's rip. All right, so I ended up getting up to 320 for the last set of 4. So with the wave loading, I did 280, 295, 315, and then I added 10. I did 290, 305, and then last set I just added 5. Wanted to make sure I hit all my reps. Again, I'm gonna progress it again next week. Just when you think wave loading's done, we're just getting started. So I'm gonna do it again now. I'm gonna do it for pull-ups. So I'm gonna go a neutral grip pull-up, just palms facing in. That's my favorite pull-up grip of all time. It's the one I'm most comfortable with. This one, I'm not as strong. Chin up, it always, my outside the forearms always hurts. So neutral grips, my all-time favorite. It's always hard to find a good neutral grip bar, but we got a good one here at Westwood. And same rep scheme, 864, 864, going up a weight. I'm gonna start conservative like I did with that. I'm gonna start with just 55 pounds added. What I do for my pull-up max is I'm using 340 as my pull-up max. Reason why is I'm 200 pounds, and the most I've ever done is 140 pounds added. So when you're doing like your pull-ups and dip max, make sure you factor in your body weight, because that's gonna help when you do the percentages. So 75% of 340 is 255. So minus my body weight 200, I have to add 55 pounds. Whereas if you just did your max is 140 and you did 70% of 140, it would be a much higher number. So when you factor in your body weight, it helps with that. So pull-ups, dips, do that. But anyways, we'll grab the belt. Big thing here on the pull-ups, full rock out at the bottom, big stretch there, and then just bring that chin above the bar. Try to be pretty good, not trying to kip as much, but again, wave load, let's roll. All right, so finish the first 3 sets, 864. Again, To reiterate, wave load, we're gonna go back through the wave. So we went up one wave, I want another wave, baby. I'm surfing today. So we'll go 864 again. On the pull-ups, I'm just gonna add 5 pounds. So I'm gonna go 60, 75, 90, add 5 pounds from the previous set, because this is one where you can add 5, 2.5 pounds. Obviously, pull-ups, it's hard to add weight in that, especially if you're only doing your body weight. So if you are only doing your body weight with this, and you're only able to do maybe 8 reps, maybe you add a 2.5 pound plate, a 5 pound plate. That's progressive overload, right? 2.5, 5 pounds. So if your body weight, you can only get 8 for reps. Maybe you just add a little bit of weight, or you do assisted pull-up and you decrease the weight. So a million ways you can do it, but we'll go here, back through the waves. Feeling good. Again, I'm trying to get a full stretch at the bottom, trying to bring my chin in the bar. I'm trying to do a better job, because usually I go like this and I look up as I do it. So when I bring my chin, it's more because I'm looking up. I'm trying to look straight a little more, so then I have to come up a little higher. But as long as I get my chin 2 bar height and I get that full stretch, that's what I'm looking for. All right, so got all the wave load done with the bench press and then the, what's that, pull-ups? 6 sets there. Now we're gonna go accessory work. So I'm gonna go back to a chest movement. I hit a flat bench as my main strength. I wanna do some accessory work. I'm gonna go 3 sets, 8 to 10 range on dumbbell incline bench. I got a 30 degree angle, just regular bench, nicely controlled, big stretch, pushing up. Each set just going to failure. So in that 8 to 12 range, 8 to 10 range, wherever we're at. But yeah, let's just go 110s here. I like the alternating fashion, chest back, especially when it's more of a strength focused day like today, because you get a little more time to rest in between. So like my chest feels good again. It's not blown up. I feel like I can move some heavy weight. But again, you go all chest, all back. But just because I'm bench and pull-ups are super important, I want to do those earliest in the session when I'm freshest, getting my wave load in, and then hit my accessory hypertrophy volume work after. So let's get a big chest pump, boys. Let's get a big chest pump. All right, so did the 3 sets of incline press. I got 998, perfect. Pectorals were popping, felt great. So now we're gonna go back to back. I actually got a very unique, well, it's not really a unique exercise, just a unique setup. So I'm using the chest support pad. This is the Rogue Pritchard pad. It's freaking awesome. I use it all the time for dumbbell rows, T-bar rows, but recently, as in this is my 3rd time doing it, I'm doing a chest supported barbell row because I found the perfect setup for it. So I'll show with the camera, but I got it set up on some blocks. I got 225, and my goal is to like be in that 8 to 10 range, touch the bar to the pad, and come back down. Really get a good stretch. So I really like this. Obviously, I love doing barbell rows, but sometimes I get a little too not strict. And also another way to keep it a little more strict, keep your chest support and keeps pressure of your low back. I'm still doing heavy regular barbell rows, but also doing these as well because I love a good chest support row. So let's go chest supported rows, baby. All right, next move we'll go, last 2 moves, kind of accessory, finish, get a big pump. We'll go cable fly. I like going like a high to low, kind of leaned over, really squeeze and get a big stretch squeeze. And then we'll finish with a straight arm pull down. So again, chest back movement, another accessory. So we hit our main pressing, we hit our main vertical pull, horizontal pull, and now we'll finish with some like accessory just to pump it up. Flies, straight arm pull downs, great way to do it. So be more in like that 10 to 15 rep range, higher reps, really focusing on time under tension, big stretch, squeezing at the top, finish with a good pump as we walk out. Been a great freaking session so far. So again, start with your heavy strength work, those wave loading, progress over the next 6 weeks, and then get into some accessory movement to get some extra volume, and then finish with a big pump. What better way to do it? So we'll go 3 sets here. All right, last exercise we'll go straight arm rope pull down. I like using the rope personally for it. I've used like those straps where it's like as it handles in. I don't like it as much. I like this, but again, that's preference. Some people like straight bars, some people like the bigger straps. But here, we'll go 3 sets again, 12, 15. On these, I really like thinking pushing back, staying nice and locked in, and then squeezing. Really same with the cable flies, getting a big stretch, squeeze at the bottom, really contract your lats. Obviously, these last movements are, more focused on time under tension, getting some good volume, hypertrophy work in, hit our strength work, satisfy the ego. Now it's time to drop the ego on these and just focus on really squeezing, getting a good lat. Get the lats feeling good. Nothing like flying out of the gym with your lats pumped. So let's rip. All right, so session complete. Good chest and back day. Great chest and back day. I feel great. Wave load to start, heavy strength movements. Then we get our accessory work, our incline bench, chest porta rows, and then we finish with our flies and straight arm pull downs. You can't beat it. Good overall session. Again, I like the chest back alternating fashion. I like doing my heavy strength work. Obviously, I care how much my bench and pull up are. Those like my 2 upper body compound movements that I want to progress and increase my 1 rep max. So that's why I do those early in the movement or earlier in the session, and then I get in my accessory work. So for back, especially on these days, I want to do some sort of vertical pull, some sort of horizontal pull, and then some sort of like lat isolation, which I did a pull up for my vertical pull, chest supported barbell row for my horizontal row, and then a straight arm pull down. You can plug and play any exercise you want in there. Bench or chest, I like doing some sort of flat press, some sort of incline press, some sort of fly variation. Again, you can plug and play whatever feel like you want to emphasize. Maybe you're really into incline barbell bench. Maybe you do that instead of flat barbell for 864. Maybe you really want to get your row up. You do that instead of pull-ups. But just a plug and play. There's no right way to do it. It's just the way I like to train. So appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go home and eat, and then I'm actually gonna go run, do some conditioning, probably like 2-3 hours, do some tempo runs, but you don't have to see that. But I'll make another video. I know someone asked about like my conditioning cardio routine. I'll make a video on that, because obviously I do my sprints twice a week. I do my hill sprints another time, and I do tempo runs, and I do steady states. Right now I'm doing like 6 days, but how I fluctuate them and put them in my training kind of so it all makes sense and I'm not like dead, because obviously my main focus is lifting and getting freaking strong and jacked, baby. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Stack damn days. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.